Hello everyone, look what I got. It's the Digitrax SDXN146K4. It's a sound decoder for FEF3. I also have my FEF3 that I bought years ago. So I read the instruction, it looks pretty easy. So let's attack that. The only challenge that I foresee, and it may end up not being too hard, is there's a little capacitor here. I'm going to remove this gently. This is your microphone and this is your capacitor. There should be enough room for it under the board, but the only way to know for sure is to find out. I looked at several videos online and I wasn't able to find one for the digitrax. So here we go. So I'm going to remove a little bit of this and that just to make it easier for me to work on. The trailing truck, just pull on it gently, it comes out. And I'm going to remove the tender as well. That too, you just pull very gently on it and it's a snap. Now I'm going to need to reattach it before I do anything, but I want it out just because it's easier for me to manipulate the engine. So this engine's designed so you can just pull on the cab and it comes out. Very cool stuff. And the roof also is designed to be easy to remove. Anyways, I won't force it too much. And then you can remove the windows if you want to. You have that option. But I like them windows, so I'm not going to be pulling them out. It's interesting, Kato, there's not one bit of glue in any of their engines. So the next part is to remove the top of the shell, and that's this little screw right here. Now on my table I've got a lot of room, so it's easy for me to place all my stuff so I don't lose anything. So see, I place all my stuff like that, and the second part is closer, and the more I go I'll get closer stuff. So this should just lift in and out. Boy, that was easy. So far so good. And then I have my DC circuit board. There's a little plastic part here that holds the DC board in place. I removed it under magnification because I just want to have a good look at what I'm doing, since it's my first time doing this. So now the circuit board should just slide out, and these two clips also. These two clips should just slide out. It's the same thing. I'm probably going to go under magnification just to be sure, but they don't look too hard. So these all just slide out. So this is the FEF3, obviously DCC compatible from the start. So I'm just going to slide the circuit board back. So it just slides back. I guess I'm going to keep this for the memories because it served me well for a while. And this motor here, this coreless motor, it's very high tech, very neat. It looks like there's plenty of space for my capacitor under here. So I am going to try to put it there. You could, I guess, put Camtown tape, but there's nothing metallic over here to interfere. So I'm going to put my capacitor down there. So there's plenty of room for the capacitor, so that's no problem at all. I'm going to want these wires though to be out of the way. So we'll see how the shell goes over this. Maybe I'll put a little bit of tape just to hold them down. This is the little plastic piping that brings electricity to the forward light. The digitrax board, the light's a little bit more forward, so I'm going to make a little gash in here to put the LED and have everything in its place. My Dremel's always close by, just a little bit. That's all it took. Now I can reattach the leads to the motor. I suppose you could solder them, but I have the little pin that's going to come in and hold them together. And that should just go on there like that, nice and easy. They don't really tell you in the instructions that you need to make a space for the speaker wires to go. So I had to dig quite a bit in the shell. Also, since I had my Dremel handy, I widened this gap here just a little bit so I can pass the wire through here. So this is the end of the boiler, and it's going to go under the floor of the cab and disappear there. So this is the end of the boiler, and it's going to go under the floor of the cab and disappear there. Just like so, and then it's going to go from there to the tender. On the tender side, it's going to be much easier. There's plenty of room, and there's a hole for the wires to pass under here. So that's good news. There's 2 pins here that will hold the speaker. Sorry, they hold the weight down. But I can still put my speaker around those 2 pipes. That will make it very easy to put in. Actually, very easy to put in. I just put a tiny piece of scotch tape to tie it down, and that should do the trick. So in the tender, there's a pre-made hole for it, so everything is great. So this is my end result. Now I'm gonna put the cab on. So that now is my end result. Now I'm very curious to see how it sounds. And now it's time to run some trains. So I'm going to select the locomotive. I'm going to start with 3. And then give it some throttle. Nothing happens, that's great. So I tried to do a recovery program. I tried to program it, and all it said was cannot read CV. So now I have to return the decoder on eBay. And I feel kind of disappointed doing all that work for nothing. From now on, instead of buying stuff on eBay, especially decoders like that, I'm gonna buy them from my local hobby shop. Have you ever had that, decoders malfunctioning? I've got a little box of them, so just let me know in the comments below. Does that happen often? Anyways, I'll keep you posted on the new developments for installing a Digitrax decoder in this. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you soon.